Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your Celtic Spirit Oracle reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out your other readings on my channel, please do so. We have your moon readings up recently, so do check those out or cross-watch if you would like. We will be doing a pentagram shaped formation on this reading. So let's go ahead and get at it. If you do enjoy this reading, please do let me know in the comments so I will know whether you would like to see more of these. Also like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. It is free, of course, to do so, and it does help me grow my channel. I would very much appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started here. The first position in this is kind of what issue you're facing or what position you may be in. The second position is what brings you joy or would make you happier in this case. The third position is indicative of what might be your obstacle to get to this happy place. Your fourth position is what spirit is guiding you, what message they might be giving you to kind of help you along the way. And your fifth position is your outcome. So let's kind of see what you might be facing, what you might have going on or need some assistance with. So right here we have standing stones, ancestors, gateway, and sacred, okay? So I do feel like right now for many of you, you are kind of at a precipice, right? You are at a threshold, kind of facing a change, an option, a new beginning, right? This is a gateway. So I feel like you are maybe being offered something, perhaps in a relationship, perhaps in a job. Maybe you're offered a new job. Maybe you're being offered a raise, a promotion. Maybe you are being offered a relationship or to take your relationship a step forward. Maybe you're on that kind of cusp where you feel like something is drawing you, okay? Because ancestors is a part of this, right? So you may be having a pull, right, from something vibrational, internal, emotional that is saying, you know what? You need something different. You need to get out of this relationship. You need to get out of this work environment. It's no longer serving you. It's not good for you. But whatever it may be, I do feel like you're at a kind of a fork in the road, as it were, okay? And you're kind of trying to make sense of it, make a decision. And so for that reason, I feel like you're really looking for answers right now. You're kind of trying to really kind of weigh your options, decide, do I want to take this further? Do I want to stop this? Do I want to get completely out of this? What do I want to do? So whatever it is, I do feel like you are at a kind of real fork in the road with something in your life, okay? And it is something that I do feel is kind of a major situation. It's not like, you know, what do I want to eat for dinner tonight? That kind of situation. It's more of a life choice, right? So the next thing to really consider here is, you know, what's going to bring you joy, right? And for a lot of you, you may not know, right? You may have been in such a situation for such a long time that you don't even know what options are out there. You don't know whether it's going to bring you joy or not on certain situations because you've been doing the same thing for so long that it's all you really know, right? So maybe you know what you don't like. Maybe that's the first thing to do, is rule out what you don't like to decide what you do like. But for what's going to bring you joy, we have the hair, okay? Otherworld, shape-shifting, and fertility. And with this is kind of letting you know that in order to decide what you want, in order to be what you want, in order to have the happiness you want, a couple of things are going to happen. You're going to have to make changes, right? Okay, you're going to have to, with the shape-shifting situation, that's kind of like a transformation, right? So in our terms, in our world, our version, it's kind of like making a change, something you really need to make a change. So part of what's going to make you happy is you do know that something has to change, okay? So I don't think that the option to kind of write it out, stay in the same position, is an option for you. I think that's one of the things that you can at least rule out, right? So when you're saying, okay, I may not know what I need to do, but I know what I don't want. And I think the option of kind of staying status quo, writing it out, letting it, you know, kind of just staying what you're doing, keeping on, is not an option for you. I think that is not going to make you happy, okay? The other part of this is fertility. And fertility for you, for most of you, of course that can mean for some of you, it really is very much a direct, you know, having a family, becoming a family. But in more cases than not, the fertility is an idea of kind of developing and growing something, right? It's putting something out there to kind of put it into the world and grow it, right? You're creating something, you're growing something, you're nourishing something, an idea, a plan, okay? So again, this is kind of like saying you need to kind of develop yourself, change yourself. You need to kind of shape shift, right? You need to kind of transform yourself into something more, okay? And you need to kind of nourish that idea. So if there's something that you've kind of always wanted, right? Something you've really thought about career-wise, relationship-wise, home-wise, friend-wise, whatever it may be, that even maybe you thought, I can't do that, right? I don't want to do that. I can't risk that. It's too much, or it's like a pipe dream. This is the time for that pipe dream to kind of be a reality, or to try for that pipe dream, right? Because now's the time to transform the way you see yourself, transform the way you think about things, that it could be a reality, and really and truly put that idea out there to be, you know, a fertilized idea where it can grow and actually have a chance to take shape, okay? So I do think that this is calling for action, in other words, okay? So the next card is, what is your obstacle though, right? And there's always an obstacle, of course, as we know. And this is wisdom, power, and transformation. And of course, that's gonna be your challenge, right? We kind of know that changing the way we do things is a challenge, right? Anything new is a challenge, right? We have to learn new things. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And I don't care if you're young, that's whether you're 8 or 80, anytime you're having to learn something new, it's scary, right? So changing the way you do things, the way you see things, changing the way you live your life is kind of going into an unknown, and the unknown is very scary, right? So that's scary. The wisdom and the power is also very much a part of that, because when we switch up what we're doing, right, we have to take control of our own lives, right? So if we're in a relationship, for example, and we've kind of leaned on somebody else in the relationship, maybe financially or emotionally or for certain things, right? Now, if we're going to go on our own, we have to have the power. Everything's relying on us. Everything's resting on our shoulders. That's very scary, right? That's something we have to be prepared for. Wisdom, we have to know that we have the knowledge to go ahead and change careers, know how to do certain things. So if we've been living, doing a career for a certain length of time, and it's really all we feel we know, right? This is what I'm good at. This is all I really know. I'm gonna have to learn something new if I want to do something new. If I want to start my own business, if I want to try a new career path, I'm gonna have to learn a whole new, maybe tech system. I'm gonna have to learn a new, computer way. I'm gonna have to learn a new billing, customer service, whatever it may be, right? You're gonna have to learn something new. So the wisdom of it is scary. It's learning something new. The power is scary, right? Because you have to rely on yourself entirely, okay? If you're leaving a relationship, if you're leaving a job, if you're leaving whatever, you have to rely on yourself 100% to be independent. And that can be very scary. It's daunting, right? So I think that is going to be your biggest challenge, which 9 times out of 10, our biggest challenge is ourselves, right? It's our own mind. We are our biggest obstacle. We get inside our head and we say, oh, we can't do this, right? No, too hard, can't do it, right? I'm not going to be able to handle this on my own. And a lot of times it is because we are in situations that are the reason we want to get out of those situations, is because they're not great, right? And they're not great because we are in them with people who are not conducive to our growth, right? They're people who are telling us we can't make it without them. We can't do better. This is the best we're ever going to get, right? And so we've kind of got that beat into our heads sometimes. And when we get that, we really start to feel that doubt. Am I smart enough? Am I strong enough? Can I do this? Can I make these changes I need to make to, make it out in the real world, in this economy, in this job market, by myself? Can I do it, right? Or am I just living a crazy dream, right? But you can, okay? You just have to believe, You have to believe in yourself. So the next thing is, what does your spirit guide want you to know, right? What is spirit going to try to tell you about this? What is their insight? What is their knowledge? What do they need you to know to help you along your journey? And here we have the green man, nature, connection, and source, okay? And the thing about this is, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, okay, go to your roots, first of all. The nature idea here, I do believe in this specific situation, is really dealing with your roots, your base nature, right? Go with what you know. Go with your gut instinct. Go with those people who have been with you, your nature, the people who have nurtured you from jump, you know, the people you can trust. Those are your connections and those are your source, right? So go to those people if you need help, right? It's never, ever a shame. It's never, ever wrong to get help. We all need help from time to time. Even those of us who, you know, I'm an Aries, and that's one of our trademarks. We hate to ask for help, right? So a lot of us are like that, right? We don't like to ask for help. We can do it our own, but it's never shade to ask for help, right? So use the connections, use the sources, use your people, your confidants, your connections, right? Get the help that you need from anywhere you can, right? If you've got somebody that you can put a feeler out to help you with that job, if you've got family that you can stay with for a little while to help make that transition easier, go for it. If you need help with learning the ropes on a new business that you've been thinking about, go find somebody that you know that might know a lot about that. Learn from them. It's no shade, right? To learn from that. Go to the base, right? Start at the beginning and go to the base. Build yourself up, right? It's basic nature. Grow from the bottom up. Go to your source, right? This is what Spirit wants you to know. They want you to know that you have connections, you have sources, you just need to find them and grow from them. Like anything else in nature, you have to start from the bottom and work your way up, right? Nothing starts out as a giant oak tree, right? Has to start out as a little sapling or something, right? Small, right? And then it builds and builds and gets bigger, right? You're the same, okay? Nobody's expecting you to start out as a fantastic success. You need help. That's fine. You have connections, you have sources, find them, okay? The difference between people who are successful and people who aren't is successful people know when to get help, know when they don't have the answers, and know how to go find them, right? Whereas unsuccessful people, they think they know everything. They just think they know it and they're not going to get any help. And they'll just fail over and over because they refuse to get the right answers. They refuse to get the help for the right answers, right? Don't be that. That's what Spirit's telling you here, okay? And then what's your outcome going to be, right? And it's blue, depressed, isolated, and help, okay? And while this outcome seems really disheartening, okay, I do think that the outcome is something where you are going to have a moment of this, okay? Because I feel like there is going to be some bittersweetness. I feel like there is going to be a moment where you do isolate. I do feel like there's going to be a moment where maybe you do feel like you've had to ask for help, and you feel like maybe you're a failure because of that, or you feel like you're a little bit bittersweet about the things that you've left behind, or if things are slow to take off, you feel like you're a little bit kind of gutted or taken aback, maybe a little bit disheartened, those kinds of things, because anytime you are making a major life change, right? If things don't work like this, right? Immediately. If things don't happen immediately, it's a little bit crushing for you, right? It is. Let's just be real. It is very crushing for you, okay? And especially more so if you do try to go it alone. And I think this is Spirit's warning to you too, that if you try to go it alone, this is going to last a lot longer. Whereas if not, you may have a moment of this, okay? Anytime you're making a huge change, you're going to have a bittersweet, lamenting of the things you've lost or changed. You may have a moment of, why isn't this happening for me as fast as it should? Did I make a huge mistake? Why is it taking me so much help? Am I not able to do this on my own? you know, oh my gosh, why do I suck? Those kinds of things. But we all go through that. There has never been a billionaire that I've heard speak and not say, I failed my way to the top, right? I failed a million times before I really, really succeeded, right? I mean, anybody who's ever been in a place of great success has had failures along the way, okay? So I do feel like you will have to go through this. And I really think that this is Spirit telling you, this may happen to you, okay? This may be part of your outcome, but do not get, you know, do not let yourself live here, right? This may be an outcome momentarily, but do not let yourself live here, okay? Pull yourself up, get yourself out of it. It's a momentary thing. Move on and learn from it, okay? And if for some reason you are in this position because you did not take this advice and use your sources and your connections because you decided to isolate, go it alone, then absolutely go back to the last step and start again. Get your contacts, get your help, get your friends, get your family, get your people, and start over, right? Because the only way to get to where you want to go is just do it step by step, get the help you need, learn as you go, and if you have a couple failures on the way, that's part of life, right? But let me tell you something. Failures on the way to your dream are better than a whole lifetime of never achieving anything towards your dream and just sitting doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, okay? And I feel like that's where you are right now. I feel like from everything of this right now, you are feeling like you are on the precipice, an epiphany of I need more, something has to give, I want change. And the only thing that's gonna make me happy is if I put something out into this world to make the change, try something new, be something better, find someone more, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so if this resonated with you, please do let me know. I would greatly appreciate hearing from you. Do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell if it did resonate with you. I hope to see you back very soon. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if it doesn't resonate with you. I would like to hear that as well, just to know. And if you have other signs in your chart, of course, certainly you can cross-watch. Maybe they will resonate with you more if this one did not. But I do think that, again, this is definitely a temporary thing. Do not live there if you get there. And certainly if you got there because you did not heed Spirit's warnings, then absolutely remember that Spirit is there to guide you. So listen, and maybe you can avoid this altogether. So, alrighty, so have a good one, and I hope to see you back very soon. Bye.